No better way to spend 11 at night on a work day. But we here. What's going on, tricksters? Back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A. First off, I'd like to start off by saying thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I couldn't have done it without you guys. And for those of you guys that continue to watch my videos every single day, I love the ongoing support, and let's keep it going. For those of you that don't follow me on my socials, I'm leaving them down below right here. Be sure to go ahead, give them a follow. Thank you so much, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Our first question here is, where are you from? Ethnically, I'm from Bangladesh. That's a country neighboring India. It's not that popular of a country, however, it is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. So we're known for that, as well as our fast-growing GDP. So that's where I'm from ethnically. For those of you that don't know, I am from Queens, New York City. I grew up in Sunnyside, and it was an amazing neighborhood to live in. However, now I'm living with my parents at home in New Jersey. How'd you get into fishing? I've been fishing since I was a wee little kid, a wee little chap. On every single one of my trips to Bangladesh, I had the opportunity to fish, and it was amazing. I was catching grass carp, I was catching native species, tilapia. I absolutely loved it, and I carried on the tradition, and I brought it here with me, and I learned more and more from the YouTube community. And I can't thank you guys enough again for letting me contribute my knowledge to other people that are learning how to fish. Where do you fish in New Jersey? So as I mentioned, I'm actually home in New Jersey. I live in South Jersey, so I'll usually go down to the Jersey coast around Atlantic City to fish saltwater. And if I'm fishing freshwater or brackish, I'm fishing the Delaware River. I like going there for catfish, striped bass, white perch. It's a nice variety of species that I really enjoy catching. Down at Atlantic City, I'll catch a lot of different species such as shad, bluefish, striped bass, dogfish, skate, stingray, the list goes on and on. Do I miss living in the city? I had to pour one out for myself because, damn. In all seriousness, yes, I do miss it a lot. However, I feel close to home with my community that I'll get into talking more about soon. Just nice to overall come by and visit every once in a while and fish down there. But you know, things change, things move forward, and as of right now, New Jersey is my home. How old are you? I am a 23-year-old stuck inside a 40-year-old's body. People that you want to meet the most. This is an amazing question. So I am a part of the New York Hooksets group. We're a group of fishermen based in New York City and Long Island, and we each have our own niches and our own backgrounds, and it's just nice to come together as a community. If you guys are watching, I want to meet every single one of you guys. I've already met some of you guys, but I want to meet more and more of you guys and expand my barriers. Can you make a what's in my tackle box video? If you guys want. You know what? Next video is going to be exactly that. Thank you guys so much for the content ideas. Favorite striped bass / bluefish setup? My go-to setup for striped bass and bluefish if I'm chunking out bait would definitely have to be my Daiwa D-Wave setup. I absolutely love it. I've caught some giants on it. That's my go-to rod and reel combo. What's your favorite rig to use? Now this is a particularly broad question. If I'm fishing a particular body of water where I don't know what kind of species may be swimming in it, my go-to rig would have to be a high-low rig. If you guys don't know how to tie a high-low rig, I'll leave the video linked up here, but that's my go-to rig. What is your favorite blackfish jig? My favorite blackfish jig is actually made by a company called Simple Tackle USA. They're a great company that has a huge variety of things such as blackfish jigs, high-low rigs, bucktail jigs, as well as different targeted species rigs such as sea bass or porgy jigs. I'll leave the link down below, go check them out. They're an amazing company and I highly recommend all of their gear. Another amazing company that I would refer to you guys is the Blitz Performance website. This website has a large amount of saltwater gear such as lures, hard baits, soft baits, basically anything you need to catch striped bass and bluefish on the East Coast. My personal favorite lure is the Blurple Blitz Skywalker. That's a tongue twister, but I've caught a nice size striper on it before. I'll leave the picture right here. It's an amazing website. I highly suggest you guys go check them out. And if you use my promo code CONTRIXFISHING at checkout, you get 15% off your order. What is your opinion on jet skiers? Oh my god. I hate them. I despise them. If you guys want to hear my story as to why I hate them, here we go. So this one day I was fishing at my local pier, Gantry Plaza State Park. It's an amazing, amazing place. I highly suggest you guys all go there and check it out. The wind blows so hard that day that it pushes the lid of my cooler into the water. Now, this is fast-moving current. The East River, the New York Harbor in general, has very fast-moving current. At the same time, a couple of jet skiers are moving by pretty close to the pier. So I signaled to one of them to get their attention, and they come over to the pier and ask me what's wrong. I asked them if they could go get my cooler lid and bring it back up or throw it back up to me. They absolutely agree. This jet skier makes his way to my cooler lid. Let's say this is the cooler lid. He makes his way to my cooler lid, turns around, and flips me off. I absolutely despise them. I get scared that they're gonna tangle my line. They scare fish away too. I don't care what anybody says. They'll come into the shallows and scare whatever fish that you're targeting in the shallows away. I absolutely despise them. Do you invest in crypto? I don't at the moment. I did in the past, and that was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life. What is your favorite bluegill / panfish setup? All right, my absolute favorite bluegill setup is a 12-foot Penn Prevail. All right, 12-foot Penn Prevail with a size 8,000 Penn Pursuit reel. You combine those together and you end up catching a bunch of panfish. But you gotta make sure you use at least a 10-aught circle hook. Not just any circle hook, a Mustad circle hook of any kind. Favorite fishing moment? That's a good one. My favorite fishing moment would have to be the day that I caught my first keeper striped bass. After 7 years of fishing and not catching a single striped bass that was over 28 inches, I decided to venture out to my hometown pier in Gantry Plaza State Park. This day also happened to be my birthday, and it was in the middle of the night. Me and my friends just went out to have a good time. We casted out a few rods with bloodworms on a high-low rig, and we just stood out there in the cold. By now, season had already started, so I was just not expecting anything as usual. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, my tsunami rod doubles over, and at this point, my immediate reaction is start pumping and start reeling. Once I brought the fish over to the edge of the pier, it really didn't look that big, and it was because it was low tide. A nice Asian man on the pier decided to use his pier net and help me out, and when I pulled up the fish, it was 31 inches. I'm just gonna let this memory play out. So yeah, it was an amazing time. I truly do remember this day and probably will remember that day for the rest of my life. And now, whenever I catch a striped bass, I always reflect back on that moment and where I started. So guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. If you liked the video, make sure you go down and hit the like button, as well as subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Real quick before I sign off, I'd like to mention two things. First, I've started my own merchandise line. If you guys want to support me throughout that, I have a large list of shirts and sweatshirts that you guys could buy off my website. I'm leaving it down in the description below, as well as our own limited edition. I repeat, limited edition. We have our own New York Hook Sets merchandise on the website as well. Lots of sweatshirts and long sleeve shirts, as well as hoodies, pullovers, whatever you guys need for the winter season to gear up. That will be in the description down below as well. Thank you guys for watching. Until the next time, I'll see you guys in the next shot.